Welcome back to episode 3 of Darkest Dungeon. Once again, I am Bowtie So Fly, coming at you from the Bowtie So Fly estate, here in lovely Darkest Dungeon. So, in our last episode, we went into the Darkest Dungeon for the first time, and although we walked out with some beautiful treasures, bringing us up to over 1,100 gold, unfortunately, as you can see, we got some stress, especially on Dismas and Uri. So it appears she will not be going out every time. So, what we did unlock by going into the dungeon for the first time, though, is the Abbey and the Tavern, both of which can be used for stress relief. Now, there are some things to keep in mind when it comes to the Abbey as well as the Tavern. So, the Abbey is used for characters who pray and get a lot from prayer. So you can meditate, you can pray to a higher power, or you can flagellate or whip yourself if you're so inclined. So certain characters are only able to do certain things for stress relief. Some will avoid doing some things for stress relief, such as they've witnessed corruption in the church and they won't pray to a higher power anymore. And some characters, for example, Reynald, will only pray for stress relief. Some characters actually tend to do better when they meditate or when they whip themselves. So, the type of stress relief depends kind of on the character, how much you want to spend, and you can eventually upgrade both the Abbey and the Tavern so that you can heal more people in the same thing at once, as well as relieve more stress. So we'll go ahead and check out what's available at the Tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Fresh kegs, cards, and rooms where you can go get your nasty on. So the bar allows you to drink and de-stress. The gambling hall allows you to gamble and de-stress. And the brothel allows you to, you know, wow, chicka, wow, wow, ow, ow, and de-stress. So we're going to go ahead and definitely put Dismas in because baby boy is real stressed. So, as you can see, he is not allowed to gamble while in town, so while he could go to the tavern, he's not allowed to gamble. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to have him meditate. Communicate with yourself. All right. And as terrible as it is, because unfortunately we don't have anyone else to unlock, we're going to keep Uri, stress and all, in our party for now. So, in addition to the other couple highwaymen we picked up in at the end of the last mission, we also got Montacute, who is a Hellion. So, didn't get to explain it too much last time, so I'll explain it now. The Hellion is a really good frontline physical attacker that can cause bleed damage to enemies, can use Barbaric Yawp in order to stun enemies, but unfortunately a lot of her abilities, while very strong, wind up hurting her. So the Barbaric Yawp, every time she uses it, she gets minus 20% damage and minus 15 dodge for quite a while. Same thing with Bleed Out. She loses dodge and damage. So you need to try and figure out which skills to use for her and use them sparingly. I like to use Wicked Hack because it doesn't involve her messing with her own skills at all. Iron Swan because it hits the back line, which is really, really useful because a lot of the frontline characters can't hit the back line, so Iron Swan is very, very useful. I like Barbaric Yawp just because I like being able to stun, personally. And then, of course, either Adrenaline Rush, which, they added on that you heal 1 HP now, which is really nice. Or if it bleeds, because it, again, helps you to start stacking bleed damage. So, with that said, not much else we're going to do right now, so we're going to go ahead and foray into another dungeon. So, looking through, we got the Archer's Ring, which is good. It adds extra accuracy to range skills at the cost of 1 speed, and that would be easy to get. We got the Knight's Crest for the Crusader only, and that's just, wow, plus 10% max HP, so that's just a nice little HP boost for not a lot. The Book of Constitution, which gives additional blight and disease resist, which can be good, but it comes at the cost of 2 speed. And then the Critical Dice, which is for the Jester, which is more of a support class that we unfortunately haven't unlocked yet or seen yet. And that gives plus 2% crit to the Jester only. We're not going to do this one because it is a medium mission, and I don't want to risk Uri getting too hurt. So we're going to Probably say no to 2 of the medium missions, and we're going to go on a short mission. What's more important at this point? You know what? The Crusader is relatively well off in the beginning of the game. The high HP and protection chances mean that he's already alright, doesn't need the extra 10%. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a scouting mission, which means we explore 90% of rooms. It's going to be a short mission, and we're going to get the Archer's Ring out of it. So I'm going to bring... Let's see, he's got Fragile and... Alright, so what he does have is Point Blank Shot and Duelist Advance, which is going to be really good for us. So we're going to bring Borasa. We're going to switch up. And, the new one we have is Good Cop, Bad Cop. Not quite sure who is who, but apparently they're cops. Alright, so, sadly, I don't know if we're going to have any use for Montacute this mission. So while she is very Montacute, let's see what color she has. Ooh, I like that. A nice kind of maroon outfit. Sadly, we're not going to be using her this round. So, alright, we got our party composition pretty much set up. We're going to go grab some provisions. We're going to grab 12 food. I'm going to grab 2 shovels, full stack of torches, and a couple extra. I always like to have a few extra torches just in case. You never know when you're not going to find something. A couple band-aids, an anti-venom. And I think that should do us pretty well. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and embark into the ruins. This is nice, though. Got a nice cup of herbal tea by my side. A little Tranquil Dream and Wild Orange Blossom. So it's going to put me right out after I finish recording this video, since it's about 9:45 at night, and I got stuff to do tomorrow morning. Alright, here we go.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, Orin.
Alright, so looks like this kind of branches off both directions, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a path like this. No, we're going to go straight down. We're going to come back around. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and open that pack. Mine for the taking. Oh, alright, so he's also a kleptomaniac, which is unfortunate, and with the kleptomaniac perk, or quirk should I say, unfortunately he took all those items, so we got exactly 0 of those. So we're going to want to get rid of those quirks pretty soon as we unlock the sanitarium, but for now, we're going to watch our Vestal get even more stressed. We're going to skillfully dodge. Alright, now it's time to show you the power of Point Blank Shot. So as you can see, this has a chance to deal up to 15 damage. So, boom, 9 damage right off the start is great. We're going to grab an Incision and try and go for the kill. Luckily with the bleed, that's going to take him out next turn, so we can focus on other enemies. Alright. Ooh, debuffed. Increased stress damage. We're going to Dazzling Light this cultist right here. And I'm going to smite him, get some damage in. I probably should have stunned the courtier. Ooh, that stress is really adding up. She's up to right around 80. It's not good. Alright, so we're going to take out 1.
Maintain the offensive.
And we learned about Bleed. We're going to use Duelist's Advance, which is going to move him forward, allowing him to use Point Blank Shot next turn. And we're going to hit the Bone Courtier for a nice 7 damage. Very good. I'm already liking Barasa. The other guy's going to go down, thanks to the bleed damage. And we're going to end this fight. A little bit injured, but otherwise okay. Alright. Ooh, the Dodgy Sheath. Unfortunately, this is not good on a ranged set or a mixed set so much, which is what I'm running with him. So we're not going to use that. But hey, we picked up some Sapphire for 1,000 gold. That is pretty good. All right, moving forward. Yeah, we're gonna bandage you up since you're a little more fragile, thanks to your fragile quirk. And we're going to have some Webbers and Spitters. Right off the bat, we're going to just take one of those down. Incision, we're going to see if he can bleed. Yep, we're going to take that one down as soon as his turn comes. Dodge the attack from Spitter number 1. We're going to stun Spitter number 2. Oh, he's going to resist. That's actually an impressive resist. Going to get bitten, and he is blighted, which means he is now poisoned. That's unfortunate. Ooh, the double dodge. That's really, really unfortunate. He's going to bite. Now, are they going to stack? Nope. Luckily, he's going to resist. All right, so we'll wait till the end of the fight to cure the blight because I only brought with 1 anti-venom since it's a shorter mission. We're going to stab forward here with the duelist advance. We're going to heal Borasa just a little bit. And we're going to see what we can get in. While we're in the middle of the fight, though, luckily I did have someone finally leave a comment saying that they want a character named after them. So to my good friend Dick, as soon as I get a man-at-arms, I know you said you wanted a tanky class. As soon as I get a man-at-arms, number 1's going to be named after you, my boy. So thank you for the subscription and for your support. I look forward to naming that character after you. All right, some great stress relief for our Crusader. We pick up a torch, another anti-venom, which is good because we got to use it right now anyway. Some gold and some crests. So, like I said, we're going to pop that. The sarcophagus is locked. Now, if you were to try to open this without a key, it would wind up being a trap that could cause either blight or bleed damage, but we have a key, which is good for 175 gold. Okay, so that was a waste. Figures. But we're going to go ahead and advance to our next room now. I don't spy any traps, although now that I've said that, I'll probably hit one. We're going to pop our first torch. We're going to move close enough to get this without triggering Klepto. Good for another 100 gold. Again, all the gold we get helps. So, let's advance forward. We're still at enough torchlight to get the surprise. All right, so this is going to be pointless, but we do get a scout, which is nice. All right, so we have a battle coming up this way, which is where we're going to be heading. And we have an item, so we'll head back to this room. I apologize, for some reason this just lagged slightly. Oh, we need to find a way to heal her. Alright, so we get our first hunger activation. We really need to de-stress the Vestal, otherwise this is going to be really, really bad. So, alright. Hopefully we can get a crit in this first fight here. Wow, what is that? Oh god, what is that? It's big, it's got 70 health, and it looks pissed off. Okay, we might lose a character here. So, you're human and eldritch, so I hope you bleed. You do, alright. Do I want to stack bleed, or do I want 15, 5 to 9? I gotta go for damage, I really do. Alright, 12 damage, good. Good, 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 good. Collect call. What is this? Oh, God. What? Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, we are going to die, and it's going to be terrible. What is going on? Oh god, I'm going to try and make it through this, y'all. We'll see what happens. Please let me get the stun. Hey, we do. So we can't summon any more random enemies to upset me. Gives him a buff of guarding from the man-at-arms. Ooh, that's not good for us, so... I mean, luckily he's not dealing that much damage, but this hurts. Alright, we get another stun, which is good. Alright, we got rid of Man-at-Arms number 1. I guess I just gotta try and stun him the entire time. Oh man, the other Man-at-Arms is protecting him, so I just gotta try and stun him each... Oh, he protected him. Damn. The Vestal is... Y'all, I don't think I can beat this thing. It's gonna keep pulling enemies. And I can't stun him fast enough. The crit is huge. The crit is huge. Alright. we're going to start just trying to open some veins here. I got to keep them well enough, not healed, that I can take them all out at once. We're going to try and... Fortunately, the one I wanted to stun didn't get stunned. So we're going to try and stun the Vestal again. We're dealing good damage in the process. Don't get the stun, unfortunately, but... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this Man-at-Arms out. The crit's going to reduce stress. The only good thing is we're not getting more stressed. Moved him forward. Please don't let him go. Ah, every turn! I can't... Alright, I'm going to have to snipe this guy from the back with my... Alright, we're going to try and get some blight damage in. Good. We're just going to have to stack damage over time. And what is this? Oh, don't stress. Oh, don't stress. Oh, this is real bad, y'all. This is real bad. Alright, good. We got rid of the Vestal, which is stopping him from healing. We're going to go ahead and hit the Man-at-Arms. Ugh. Good news is I can stun him from right here, but the Man-at-Arms is taking damage for him, which is killing me. Alright, we're going to try. We can't stun. It's our Eldritch. We're just going to smite, deal big damage, do what we can. Y'all, this is really, really bad. We're going to Plague Grenade. Luckily, that's giving us huge blight damage, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're dealing 8 damage per round with blight. And getting so stressed. Alright, we're going to Pistol Shot. We are literally just going to stay here and take pot shots at him until he dies. Sounds terrible, but... Seriously, I mean, I'm beating him, but at what cost at this point? Might have to abandon the mission. Alright, we take out the Highwayman. He's going to protect him, so we need to kill him so we can stun him. He's going to bring in 2 more fresh units. Oh my god. Man-at-Arms and another Highwayman. So, we're going to stack even more Blight, if we can. Unfortunately, he resists, but we do get enough to kill him next turn, so we're going to focus on taking out these front 2 with our Crusader, putting in some good work. We're going to use an item, a bandage, to staunch the flow of bleeding, as you can see there. And I'm going to take another shot. He's going to block. So we're going to start healing up with our Vestal, because unfortunately, taking some damage now. He's going to protect him, which is good. He's down, so his protection is gone.
This is how a life is taken.
And we're going to stack more Blight. Alright. He's taking 8 damage, so next turn he will die. If he doesn't give my characters a heart attack first. Alright, I better get a good item. I'm just saying, y'all, I better get a good item for fighting this guy. This fight has taken like 5 minutes. Alright, we're going to Duelist Advance. Man-at-Arms. Because at this point, he's going to die. Alright, we'll heal up. Oh boy. Alright, so he's in the front row now. He's probably going to go. No. And we'll just go ahead and finish him off. I really wanted to heal, but I gotta get out of this fight. Puzzling Trapezohedron. Well, it's worth 2,500 gold, but I tell you, there are many other ways I would have preferred to get that gold than fighting that thing. So that's called the Collector, and it is a nuisance, especially earlier on. 50 gold in this sack, so we're going to continue on. Remember, we have to explore 90% of rooms, so that's most of this map. Alright, luckily no room battle. We have to hope that we don't have too many room battles or any stressful events coming up, because otherwise our Vestal is most likely to lose her mind. Ooh, the trap, that's going to hurt.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
That's going to stress her out enough that her resolve is tested. And this is really bad. So she is suffering from an affliction. So she is now hopeless, and she's going to affect herself and others negatively. Alright, Decorative Urn. We're going to go ahead and use Holy Water to purge this and grab some valuables. So we're going to grab some Citrine, 250. Jade, 2 of those, 250 each, and then another Sapphire for 1,000. So, I mean, in terms of money, we're killing it, y'all. But, like, our party's gonna die.
Spirits are lifted.
And I'm not gonna lie, this game sucks to go through without a healer, so we better hope that next chance we get to go to the stagecoach, we either pull a Vestal, an Occultist, or both, because we need some healing. I would also like to get a Man-at-Arms and an Arbalist, if possible, because they're 2 of my favorite classes. And I really, really liked them when they patched them in. So, we'll see what happens. Sorry for the occasional muffled sound. I am, as I said, drinking some tea because my throat's feeling a little scratchy. Alright. Gonna pop the last of that stack of torches. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and stress ourselves out anyway, because you know what? Yep. We can't get lucky. I keep hoping we're going to get lucky because these stacks of books can give us permanent positive traits, which is huge. Huge for us. But unfortunately, in that case, it once again doesn't. So,
even the cold stone seems bent on
this is
passage.
A pile of rubble, as you can see. There will be different piles of rubble, branches, vines, things like that in all the different dungeons that you need to clear out of the way. Now, if you have a shovel like I do, it's super easy. You just use the shovel. All's good. But if you don't, you have to move it by hand, and that causes you to take additional stress damage, which sucks. So, we're going to use the shovel. Take this down. No harm, no foul. So, let's keep going forward. Getting more and more stressed. We're going to pull a portrait out of there. Portraits are a little harder to come by, so I'm glad we got that. No room battle. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. All right, we're going to go up. And did I say I didn't save my holy water? You know what? We're going to use the Vestal because if she's going to die, she's going to die. Hey, she gets the buff. So, she gets extra damage, which does nothing for me. Alright, we're going to use the shovel to move that other pile of rubble.
Ambushed by foul invention.
So we're going to eat food to get him off death's door. But not gonna lie, that's not a good sign.
The match is struck.
And into the room. Alright, y'all, I really want to go to explore that other room, but at this point, I don't want anyone to die, so let's return to the hamlet.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Alright, so in addition to some heirlooms, we also collected about $9,000 almost worth of gold and a nice item. So let's get some good abilities here. Alright, so he will not take part in prayer activity. That's terrible. He gets -3 crit if his HP's low, but he gets plus 10% death blow resist, which is fantastic. And now he will only whip himself in town. So, as you can see, we are a little bit limited now as to where we can heal stress, but, you know, that kind of comes with the territory.
Yourself not with the cost of this crusade.
Oh, no.
Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
So one thing that can happen is if you heal your stress somewhere, based on where you heal your stress, sometimes your characters will leave. Either they get really drunk and wander off, or in the case of Dismas, as we can see over here, and by the question mark on here, he has gone on a personal vision quest to achieve enlightenment thanks to his meditation. So, that's great. Alright, let's quickly check the stagecoach, see who we can recruit. Oh, thank God. So we have Cruel, which it would have been cruel if we didn't get another Vestal.
Battle, pious and unrelenting.
And she luckily has Divine Grace, which heals one person for a lot, or Divine Comfort, which heals the party. So that's good. We also got our first Arbalist with Sniper's Mark, which is good. Sniper Shot, which is good, especially if you're marked. Suppressing Fire, which is great. And I eventually want to get Battlefield Bandage or Blind Fire. I'm not sure which. But that is fantastic for us. Now, she's got -10% stress damage, which is good. But loses damage if her HP's low, and is obsessed with killing. I don't think obsessed with killing is bad, but eh. Alright, and finally...
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
Again, we'll take Palais until we run out of room, and then we can always get rid of some of these.
Elusive, Evasive. Persistent.
What was that?
Righteous traits.
We can get rid of some of the highwaymen. So, oh, wow, this is a good update. You can actually just go between.
Stands ready to make weapons of war.
So, we'll explore this a little more next time.
You will face ever greater threats.
But we did unlock, luckily, the guild and the blacksmith, so we can upgrade our weapons and armor and upgrade our skills so they're more effective. So, you know, we're taking a lot of damage, we're having some issues, but we just got a huge thing in our favor, which is the ability to make our characters a little stronger, a little more resistant, and able to survive more in the dungeon. But, whew, that was a stressful episode. If you liked that, if you support the fact that I took that collector down, I did not back down, and I risked our only healer getting a heart attack. If you appreciate that, please, please, please go ahead and hit that like button or leave some comments. And of course, as always, I do encourage you all to subscribe. So, if you enjoyed it, please come back for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. I'm Bowtie So Fly, encouraging you all to have a great day and stay fly.